how's it going, guys? Welcome. We are still going live today. Don't worry. Here we are. I'm just going to post this in the Telegram that we are live. Guys, feel free to join the Telegram. Trying to get this more active than it is right now. But we have about 52 people in there, so feel free to join that. Let's get started on the live stream. So right now, Bitcoin is at $17,000, trying to get the bounce. I'm also going to make sure that I am live on TikTok, like I usually am. That is Crypto Boss Andrew on TikTok if you guys are watching on YouTube. Although I think most of you guys watch on TikTok, so I definitely need to make sure that this is going. All right. Make sure you guys can see that. Book map, I still have to open that, so bear with me a second. Usually we go live on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Central Time, but I had something else going on. I still made sure that we are live. So we are live every single Saturday, and every single Tuesday we'll be live at 8 p.m. Central Time. So those are the times that we go live. On the weekends it fluctuates a little bit, but we will always go live on Saturdays. If not, I'll let you guys know in the Telegram. So that's another good reason to join it, so you guys can know when I go live. So Bookmap is loading right now. And we're going to probably start on Bookmap once it loads. And let's see where the orders are at on Bitcoin like we usually do. So right now, Bitcoin is at $16,900. You have more liquidity down here at 16.8. The good chance you come down to that. But let's zoom out a little bit more and kind of see what's going on. Although you do now zoom out a little bit more, $17,000 has more orders. So that is not much higher though. Let's keep zooming out, just kind of see what we're looking at. There's some up here, as you guys can see, some sells up there at 17.5. If we keep coming out a little bit more, 15.5 has the most buys down there. So that's a good area of liquidity. That's a good chance, though, we come back to 15.5 just based on that alone. If I keep zooming out, it looks like the next major significant area of where the orders are is 15.5. So I'm not saying that's going to happen tonight or tomorrow, but I do think in the next few days to week or two, 15.5 is probably going to get hit. It's only $1,400 lower. 15.5 is probably the next macro stop for Bitcoin based on Bookmap. So that's just kind of what we're looking at. So that is probably where we're going to head based on what Bookmap is saying. So $15,500, there's a lot of orders there. Usually the price goes to where there are the most orders. Bookmap, it kind of does the same thing that this indicator right here does on the right side of my screen, which is called Volume Profile Indicator, VRVP. So I know that's not the whole, there's a longer word for it, but it does the same thing that this indicator right here does. So right now, if we start on the daily chart for Bitcoin, I still have Bitcoin in this major bear flag on the daily time frame. We'll see if it plays out. Now, if I go, like I said, you're completely overbought also on the daily chart on the RSI, so be careful. This is, again, why I would not be surprised. It makes sense for us to get the dump to 15.5 based on what we're looking at on the daily chart for Bitcoin. Now, I'll go to the 4-hour chart. You are technically above my bear flag triangle that I drew, but still, I don't think we're out of the woods. Now, here's what's interesting. The 4-hour chart is bullish on the RSI because you're completely oversold. That's definitely a higher high. The previous one, when you were completely oversold, Bitcoin was at $15,009. Now you're completely oversold and you're almost at $17,000. So that's kind of interesting. Daily chart wants to dump on you, but the 4-hour chart says at least wants to have one more move up to the upside of the possible next resistance of $17,460. I said a long time ago, at least 2 weeks ago, if you don't get above 17.5, you're not bullish. If you don't get above 75, you're not bullish. If you're above 75, Bitcoin is bullish and will probably have a nice run to the next resistance at 18,600. So I would say this, if Bitcoin can get above that 75 level, 18,600 is going to be the next stop, and it will probably happen based on probabilities. So there's a good chance based on the 4-hour chart you get that move. The 4-hour could save the daily chart, and you could at least see 17.5, and then if you're above that, you could definitely see 18.6 before you maybe get the next jump to the downside on Bitcoin. So that would be bullish for the bulls, obviously. But the 4-hour chart would have to play out. And let's see how the 1-hour chart is looking based on that. The 1-hour chart is also confirming that the 4-hour chart probably wants to have a move. So the 1-hour chart and 4-hour charts could save the day for Bitcoin, meaning that it's likely based on the smaller time frames that you get the move to 17.5, and then at that point, if you make a higher low again, then the next stop would be 18,600. So the 1-hour chart and 4-hour charts are bullish for Bitcoin. This is kind of interesting. So it means that the daily chart could just get pinned, and we could just the daily chart could just get pinned up here, and the price could just keep going up before it wants to have a major dump. But that does mean when the dump happens, it's going to be a bigger dump to the downside. So just be careful. There's definitely a bear flag on the daily chart, but the 4-hour chart does want to have a move to the upside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Is a move to the upside to 17.5 based on the RSI and the smaller time frames. So, and plus you are technically, again, out of the bear flag. So I'm calling for a move this weekend to 17,500 sometime before Monday. We'll see if it happens. I could be wrong. That is, again, just a $500 move, so it's very possible that does happen. That is going to be my call for the next 36 to 48 hours. 17.5 is probably going to be hit at some point. So that is going against what Bookmap is saying, but that's just what the smaller time frames are saying, and the fact that you got the 1 hour confirming what the 4 hour says, I believe that will actually be the case. Plus, you're due for a nice move to the upside. But yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like. I still think 15.5 will be hit again before we have the ultimate move to the bull run. But right now, I'm looking for a move to 17,500 at some point in the next 2 days. So, how's it going, guys? All right, so appreciate the likes on TikTok. Let me see if I missed any chat. Okay, so appreciate the follow, Nolan. Thoughts on Shrek 2? I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I have not seen, or maybe I have. I don't think I've seen Shrek 2. So unfortunately, maybe that's something I should watch tonight. I don't know. But so that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, is a move to the upside tonight. So I just went for Jasmine coin. To me, Jasmine is in an uptrend, kind of like Bitcoin. But let me look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart's pinned on Jasmine to the downside. 1-hour chart is also saying, so a lot of these altcoins are also confirming what Bitcoin is saying, that it's probably going to get another move. That makes me even more bullish on the Bitcoin move to the upside when altcoins are showing the same thing. But just like Bitcoin, Jasmine is overbought on the daily. 1 hour and 4-hour chart look just like Bitcoin as well. So this is why I think we might have a late weekend run to the upside in crypto. So anything is possible, though. So have your stop losses in, of course. And be sure to join the Telegram group. Link is in the description, so join that. And if there's any requests for other coins, I will look at them. And if there's requests for other stuff, I will look at them, I guess. Yeah. Buy or sell Bitcoin. I think today it's a buy if you're trading short term. I think long term it's a buy at these prices. What's my take profit? So, I mean, I don't have a take profit. I would just say hold long term. I'm not giving you trade setups, but I am showing that Bitcoin right now does look bullish. So, the next resistance is 17.5, and I'll leave it at that. Check power candle on Bitcoin 5-minute. Is that an indicator? I have no idea what that is. How's it going? Can you do ETH TA? Yeah, trading it on MT4. We can do ETH TA. I don't know what the power candles are. I don't know if I want to look at that. Let me see the power. Let me just do this really quick. What's the indicator called then? For right now, we're going to do Ethereum TA because it's probably one that we should look at. All right, so Ethereum TA right now, daily chart right now. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to remove all the drawings and everything else. I don't know what's going on. So you have the 200-day moving average on Ethereum at 1472. You got the daily chart dumping. Looks just like Bitcoin. But let's look at the smaller time frames. Smaller time frames are oversold. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart's oversold, just like the 4 hour chart. Meaning, again, I think crypto long term is not done with the downside movements, but I think short term we are not done with movements to the upside. Meaning, I think we're going to have another move and another higher high before Ethereum wants to dump on the smaller time frames, such as the 4 hour chart and the 1 hour chart. So I still think Ethereum will make new lows in this bear market. But I think for right now, based on the 4 hour chart, it looks just like the same as Bitcoin and Jasmine. And a lot of other altcoins are oversold on the 4 hour chart and the 1 hour chart, while the daily chart's completely overbought. So I would look for something like this, a move again above 1315 for a higher high. And I would say that you're probably not going to go much lower on Ethereum based on the RSI on the 4 hour and 1 hour chart. So let me see if I see anything on the 1 hour chart that I like as far as patterns go, and I don't see anything on there. Let me go to the 15-minute chart. Nothing. You could say though that this is kind of bearish as far as Ethereum goes, because you have a double top right here. I would say at 1312, so be careful. There's a chance you don't go above that for that reason, but I do think based on the 4 hour chart and 1 hour chart that it will get a move again above 1312. We will see what happens, but that is huge resistance. So if you get back to this level of 1312 on Ethereum and you can't get above it, look for a major move to the downside. If you break it, I think it's going to be a nice move to the upside, but that is definitely a double top on Ethereum on the 4 hour chart. So I don't really like that. I don't really see a falling wedge or anything like that, unfortunately, to be bullish on Ethereum. So I hate to say that. But I would look for a move back to 1312 just based on the oversold RSI on the 4 hour and 1 hour chart. And that is kind of I'm looking for a move back to 1312 on Ethereum based on that. What's also interesting is you also definitely have a double bottom on Ethereum at 1074. So you have a double bottom and a double top now. So the question is which one will take over. I think based on the oversold RSI, you will get a move back to 1312. If you can't get above it, it could be a triple top, but I think at least you will get a move back to that resistance level. You either break it huge or you get rejected. If you get rejected, then I think that will be the top at 1312, but I think you get one more chance and shot at it based on what the RSI is telling me. So that is kind of it for Ethereum. I'm calling for a move back to 1312 later tonight. So that's what I would be looking at. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follows. If you guys have any other requests for coins, let me know and I'll look at them. Let's check. So we are live on YouTube as well, just so you guys know. But that's kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Like I said, if you just joined, I am calling for a move back to the upside on Bitcoin of $17,460 is my measured move, or is where I believe we were going, because that is the next resistance. So, and if you can break that, then that's great. So we'll see what happens. But to me, Ethereum and Bitcoin and Jasmine, all three that we've looked at tonight, look like, at least on the smaller time frames, they want to have a move to the upside. So we'll see what happens. But that is kind of what I'm calling for tonight, is a move to the upside on a lot of these altcoins and Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. But to me, I think short term we're bullish. I think long term, I still don't think the lows are in for this bear market. And no problem. You're welcome. I'll take a few more minutes to see if there's any more requests, and then otherwise, guys, we'll be back live at Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And join the Telegram group if you guys want to ask me any questions outside of the live stream. I'm trying to get that back active. There's 52 people in there right now, so that's kind of what's going on. So let me know if there's any other requests. Otherwise, I will end the stream. That's kind of what I wanted to go over. So we went over Bitcoin, we went over Ethereum, we went over Jasmine. Let me see if there's any huge gainers in my top list on the right side of my screen. I don't think anything crazy happened today. No, nothing I see. So, Luna Classic, what's Luna Classic doing? Let me look at that really quick. So this is interesting. Luna Classic, I had this in a huge falling wedge. It's kind of going sideways now, maybe trying to break out of this falling wedge. But again, it's overbought on the daily chart without getting hardly any move to the upside. The 4-hour chart is completely oversold. Again, just like Bitcoin, Jasmine, Ethereum. And the 1-hour chart is completely oversold as well. I don't know. 1-hour chart looks like it kind of struggled to make a higher high. But the 4-hour chart is still bullish. Kind of. I don't know. Jasmine, Luna Classic doesn't look as good as the other ones. You got rejected off the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. So Luna Classic is kind of iffy, but it doesn't look as good as the Bitcoin or Ethereum. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't love Luna Classic tonight, actually. I don't think it's ready to break up just yet because daily chart is overbought. But we'll see what happens. I think there's better plays out than the Luna Classic right now, but I haven't looked at Luna Classic in a while, so. All right, guys. With that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the live stream. Thanks, guys, for joining. If you guys enjoyed this, appreciate if you like and subscribe. And like I said, we go live every Tuesday and Saturday, so feel free to subscribe and hit the follow button if you guys are on TikTok because I do make videos outside of live streams as well. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I'll see you guys in the next one. Trade safe and have a safe weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.